What's up, guys? I welcome you to my channel, Excel Graphics and Multimedia. My name is Rafi Yakub. This channel content has to do with CorelDRAW, Illustrator, and Photoshop. If you want to learn graphics design, all you have to do is to subscribe to this channel. Free tutorial from Monday to Friday in CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe Photoshop. Whenever you visit my channel, all you have to do is to make sure you click on the video. When you click on video, you'll be able to see the present and past tutorial in CorelDRAW, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator, both beginner and advanced tutorial. So when you click on the video, remember to scroll down to see my past and present tutorial in CorelDRAW, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. So if you want to learn graphics from the beginning to advanced, this channel is the best for you. So let's get today's tutorial started.
Welcome back, guys. I welcome you to a beginner guide in Adobe Photoshop CC. My name is Rafi Yakub. I'm reaching you live from Lagos State, Nigeria. In today's class 1, I'm going to teach you guys how you can make a new page in Adobe Photoshop. One of the important things in graphic is to set up a new page document. So if you find it difficult to do that, this first class of our A Beginner Guide to Adobe Photoshop CC is going to put you through, right? So there are many ways by which you can make a new page you can make a new page in Adobe Photoshop. So one of the ways is that you can come here and click on Start New, or the other way around, you come here and click on this, or better still, you come to the Home tab here, click on File, and choose New, or you press Ctrl N on your keyboard to open up a new document. So these are the different ways by which you can make a new page size in Adobe Photoshop. So guys, from the interface here, there are a lot of things we need to consider here, right? So let's say, for instance, we are trying to, let me explain everything from this point here. So if you select photo size from the Home tab here, Adobe Photoshop has a default setting for image. So you can see here we have 2:3. If you select 2:3, you're going to have it from this panel here. So if you select the default size, which is 5:7 or 7:5, you're going to have it down here. These are custom setting. These are default setting by Adobe Photoshop standard, all right? So if we navigate back to the Home tab here and select Print, so these are the print layout default setting by Adobe Photoshop. The first one here is letter, which means you can use these settings for letterhead design or A4 flyer design. This is A4 layout setting standard by Adobe Photoshop. This is A6, A5, A3, B5, then A4. You can scroll down and see a lot of print layout in a default size by Adobe Photoshop. There are lots there, right? If we navigate back to the Home tab here and select Web, so under this category, we're going to see a lot of website layout settings in the default size by Adobe Photoshop. So if we select any one of these, so let's say we select the first one here, we're going to have the settings here right down. Then if we select this, then we're going to have the layout setting, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. Then we just have to come here and name the title of our design, right? So let's start from printing custom layout. I'll go back to the print here. Now I want to set up a custom layout for my printing. So you can, let's say for instance, we want to set a page size for a letterhead, right? So having select print from the home tab here, then you navigate here and select letterhead. Select letter. So when you select letter, you have to come here, then you can type letter, head, design, right? Now at this point here, you can be very much sure that your resolution is 300, right? Then you have to come here and make sure that you change from RGB to CMYK. This is one of the reasons why it's very good to make use of custom layout setting, because Adobe Photoshop default setting don't want to know whether your graphic is print graphic or your graphic is web graphic. So it is highly recommended you always go for a custom setting, right? So having select my CMYK color, which is a print design, then we move down here. So you have to check on the background. So when you check on the background, you make sure your background is white. Then you can come down here and click on advanced setting, advanced option here. So everything looks good, so you don't need to take in on anything here. Then let me scroll up and down. So everything has been set. So the next thing we have to do now is to come here and click on create. So guys, this is how you set page for print design layout. So one other thing we need to do as far as print design is concerned is that we need to add a bleed area. So that's what I'm going to show you guys next. So before we add a bleed area, after you have created your first page settings, you have to bring your ruler from vertical and horizontal. All right, so in case you don't see your ruler, just like what you are seeing on my screen here, there is possibility that you could not see your ruler. So you have to go to view from the home tab here, then scroll down here, make sure your ruler is checked. So if you have it checked like this, definitely your ruler is going to appear. But if you don't have it checked, just all you have to do is just to click on check, or you press Ctrl R, your ruler is going to pop up, just like what you see on screen here right now. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is to add a bleed area to my letterhead layout design. So you have to, in order to do that, you have to navigate to the home tab here, select image, then from image you go to canvas size. So at this point, this is where you set up the bleed area for your letterhead. So you have to come to the width and type 0.25. Then you come to the height and type 0.25 the same. Then make sure your relative is checked. So every other thing looks good. Then you come down here, come to the top here and click on OK. Very good. So this is how you add a bleed area to your letterhead design in Adobe Photoshop CC. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like button, and also if you would like to continue to enjoy my Adobe Photoshop beginner guide and also if you would like to enjoy more Adobe Photoshop beginner guide like this on my channel, remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any question as far as this tutorial is concerned, put your question down in the comment section down below. This is where I'm going to stop today.